the breaking dawn of ever-changing, technologically dominated world, a little hamlet called Gawaling was situated high in the Himalayas, still untouched by the effects of mechanical and technological advancement. The people lived there harmoniously with nature, contented and happy with what their field yields.
Don't you think we'll be having a good harvest this year?
Yes.
Yes. We will be lucky if we have a good harvest this year.
I think so.
Clean air and water have never been a problem for domestic and agricultural fields in the village. The fields were irrigated by clean water, but not even a soul in the village was aware of what would happen next. Motive and sole purpose of benefiting the financial status of that village, a textile industry was set up by Mr. Pampa and a huge amount of water was channeled into the industry. But local people were unaware of the controversy this small action would take them into. Pollutants from the industry was directly discharged in the streams, and pollutions
This
from the
factory
industry
has not only affected
the local
our
people.
water but also drastically affected our crop production.
Yes, we should do something about it.
The clean irrigation water, which the indigenous people have known for ages from their forefathers, became a history and myth. Concurrently, the irrigation water had become so polluted that the crop production was slowly declining. The local people and their representative complained to the CEO as well as to the government officials about
This factory is
this issue.
affecting our crop production. I think we have to do something.
Yeah, our crop has been decreasing. We should do something about this. We should go and talk with the leaders.
Yeah, we have to talk.
Enough was enough. The local people were saturated with frustration because of paying the price for something they never laid their hands on and have zero contribution to the pollution problem. The journey to seek for justice started, and
Let's
local
go
people
and
gathered
fight for
together,
action.
raising their demands
Yes,
to
yes,
let the
let's go.
polluter pay for the pollution, and the environmental movement against the industry started. The movement gained so much attention that even the National News Broadcasting Service covered the topic. CEO gave a second thought and realized that everything he and his company does affect the people around them. The government could not bury the issue, so a panel meeting was organized involving representatives from the textile company, government and local people, as well as news reporters. The polluter pay principle was negotiated whereby the polluter, that is the company, was made to compensate the farmers and also set up the wastewater treatment plant to make up for his wrongdoings. The reporters reported the news to the broadcasting service and the news about the polluter pay principle in case of Kawaling village and the textile company became an exemplary case for every concerned citizens, and the novel principle, that is the polluter pay principle, was advocated and studied in schools and institutions.
Good morning. Today I'll be talking about Polluter's Pay Principle. What is Polluter's Pay Principle? The Polluter Pays Principle requires that those who cause any pollution should also pay for the consequences. The principle affects any type of pollution, whether land, air, or water. If, for example, an industrial facility produces any toxic waste or chemicals as a byproduct of their operations, they should ensure the safe disposal of such toxic products. The importance of polluter pays principle lies in its potential contributions to the environmental justice movement. This principle, alongside litigatory efforts employed by environmental justice lawyers, could change the world for better. While in general, the polluter pays principle may help to offset costs associated with pollution or toxic environments, its effect on wider environmental justice issues to date is perhaps debatable. According to the International Review of Law and Economics, a variation of polluter-pays principle could potentially be used to compensate communities for suffering the consequences of pollution. However, this has been predominantly the case only in developing countries. In some instances, the state may be responsible if a polluter is either not identifiable or insolvent. Being ultimately responsible can be a motivation for governments to uphold environmental laws and increase the monitoring of activities that cause pollution and exposure to environmental
The
toxins.
CEO of the textile industry set up a wastewater treatment plant, and alas, after few years passed, the wastewater treatment plant had been a key factor in providing clean water to irrigate the fields back again. The crop yield increased, and with the textile industry aiding their financial conditions, echoes of
See,
laughter
without pollution, our
in the
crops are
village was
growing well.
hard back.
Yes, we agree. The crops are growing well.
So